Fairfax County is a very transient area with thousands of people relocating to the area every year. Most people come here because their jobs relocated them here, or they are searching for better work opportunities. My family and I fall in the latter category. When we moved here in 2013, my wife and I had fallen in love with the area after a few visits. In this video, I'm going to share my top 8 reasons that make Fairfax County a great place to live. Hi, my name is Abraham Walker, your favorite Northern Virginia YouTube real estate agent, where I do the research so you don't have to. If you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the Northern Virginia area, use the link in the description to fill out your perfect home questionnaire. We will meet online and you can ask me anything you want to know about Northern Virginia. Enough about me. What are the top reasons to live in Fairfax County? Employment opportunities is going to be the #1 reason to move to this area. The job market in Fairfax County is amazing all the time too. The pre-COVID unemployment rate in Fairfax County was just about 2.3%, which is 1.4% lower than the national average. Fairfax County's prime location gives college graduates a near endless variety of employment opportunities to choose from. With the military and federal government being the area's largest employer, the DC metro area is full of military bases. You have Fort Belvoir in Fairfax County, you have the Pentagon in Arlington, you also have Quantico to the south of us, and that isn't even to mention the bases that are in Maryland. If we move away from the military side of things, almost every type of industry has a presence in the DC area. We have technology, manufacturing, finance, healthcare, and more. Here's a little fun fact to go with the economic side of things. 11 of the 17 Fortune 500 companies that call the DC metro area home are located inside Fairfax County. That's more Fortune 500 headquarters than 35 states. We can't leave this economic section without talking about Amazon HQ too. That's right, the headquarters for Amazon, the second one, will be located in Arlington, which is the neighboring county. Where do you think those people are going to live? Because Arlington isn't that large. A lot of those individuals are going to live in Fairfax County. The second reason to live in Fairfax County is the highly rated public schools. If you're not from the Fairfax County area, or maybe you're relocating to this area, then you probably already know about Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology. It's the only magnet school in the county and was named the #1 high school in the entire country. Now let's be honest, Thomas Jefferson High School, it's a great school, but it's not likely that your kids are going to go there because A, it's very challenging to get in, and B, it's very challenging to get in. When we put Thomas Jefferson aside, there are still some top-rated public schools in the Fairfax County area. These top-rated schools have advanced placement programs that are available at most schools beginning at the elementary school level. Certain schools even offer full-time or level 4 advanced placement programs, while others offer only part-time level 2 or level 3. The student-teacher ratio in Fairfax County averages around 14:1, which is lower than the national average of 16:1. Fairfax County's location and proximity to so many attractions is the #3 reason why you want to live here. Let's just look at the cities that are just a few miles away from this area. First off, we have Washington, D.C., which is less than 30 minutes away, depending on where you are in Fairfax County. We have Baltimore, Maryland, which I can get from my front door to Baltimore, Maryland in about an hour and some change. Then there's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is only a 2-hour drive. That's 3 major cities you can visit for the day and return home before dark. This is just a side note. If you do go to the Baltimore, Maryland area, stay in the Inner Harbor area, check out Blue Moon Cafe. They have these delicious French toasts, which are called Captain Crunch French Toast. They are not meant for people who are on a diet, but they are so good. So good. We go there every time we go to Baltimore, Maryland, which is probably twice a year. Now that we've talked about the cities you can get to, let's talk about the beaches that are within driving distance. The more popular beach, I would say, is Virginia Beach. Then we have Ocean City, Maryland, followed by Dover, Delaware. Since my family and I are big into hiking and taking walks, as you probably have seen in our walking tour videos, you can actually click the link right there to go to the playlist. You can travel just about 75 minutes to the Shenandoah Mountains. There's also the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is 2 to 3 hours away. And that's not even to mention the local attractions as far as hiking is concerned that are 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes away from your home. The fourth reason is a little special to me because I'm from New Orleans and we only have 2 seasons there. So on our list, number 4 is the seasons or the weather. I have to be honest with you, one of the things that amazes me the most about living in Northern Virginia is the beautiful fall weather. I mean, I can see why there are songs about the seasons changing because fall here is so delicious. That's the only word I could think of to describe the beauty of the leaves changing and also the vibrant colors that you see during that time of year. It is just something, it's like a performance. It's like a performance by nature, and you don't have to pay to see it other than the high home prices, right? Maybe you're one of the few people where fall isn't your season and you like snow. Sad to say, we don't really get that much snow here. Now, every 10 years or so, we'll have like this major snowstorm, but other than that, we get a few sprinkles here and there, and that's about it. Now, I will say, when we do get sprinkles, do not laugh at us because we do tend to shut the entire area down because people aren't really used to driving in snow. They're not used to just being in snow. So yes, schools are going to close when it snows. Yes, traffic is going to be horrendous when it snows, but that just goes with this area. Other than a lack of snow and it gets kind of cold here, you will need a real jacket when you move here. Winter is really mild in my opinion for this particular area. The season I would say that sucks the most here is summer. Yes, summer in Northern Virginia is nothing to play with because it gets scorching hot and humid at the same time. So it's like a wet heat that's on your body where your only defense is really to wait until your clothes get saturated. But the good news is, since we have 4 seasons in Northern Virginia, no season lasts a long time. You're looking at maybe a month and a half of that scorching heat in the summertime, and before the summertime you have spring, which again, because we have a true winter but it's only for a little while, that means that the trees lose all their leaves. So that means in the springtime those leaves all come back, and it's just like a Disney movie almost, with the vibrant reds, oranges, yellows, purples, and all the other colors. Like, it's a sight to behold. But the only reason why spring isn't higher on my list of seasons is, for some reason in spring I feel like it's chillier longer here. It's just chilly for some reason, and it's sunny outside, but then when you go outside you need a jacket or a sweater. You're kind of always in this like in between wardrobe changes, right? So spring is cool, but I gotta say, fall is my favorite season. Let's pause for a quick minute. If you have any questions about this video up until this point, or just about relocating to the Northern Virginia area, drop them in the comment section. If you live here in Fairfax County and you're watching this video, first of all, thank you. And also, what do you like most about living in this area? Have I mentioned it yet? Am I going to mention it in the future? Post a comment down below. Let everybody else know what makes Fairfax County special to you. One thing before we continue the rest of the video, since you've made it this far, it's safe to assume one of 2 things. 1, you're either relocating to this area or you currently live here. 2, you're my competition taking notes. I make these videos to answer as many questions as possible about relocating to the area. You could think of this video as like an informal interview where you get to know me before we work together. If you plan to move soon, don't be shy. Reach out to me so I can assist you in finding your next home. The best way to reach out to me is through the link in the description to complete your perfect home questionnaire. After you complete the short survey, we'll meet virtually and you can ask me anything you want about Northern Virginia. Now back to our show. The 5th reason to move to Fairfax County or to live here is the low crime rate. Because we're not in the thick of things in the city, Fairfax County is really a suburb, a huge suburb, but it's just a suburb. That means that we have, historically low crime rate. When I first moved here from New Orleans, which at one time was the murder capital of the world, I was so surprised to see the news reporting nothing. Like, they really were reporting no events. When there is like some serious crime here, people are shocked, which is a good sign sign that there isn't much crime or that the crime is low in this area. I feel like I have to say this, but the crime rate in Fairfax County is lower than the nearest major city, which is Washington, D.C. And our crime rate is lower than our neighbors to the north, which is Arlington County, and to the east, which is the city of Alexandria. Bestplaces.net ranked violent crime at a 10.2 and property crime at a 23.1 in Fairfax County. Each of those is about 10% lower than the national average. Number 6 is going to surprise you because it's entertainment options. Seriously, there is so much to do here. I was shocked when we moved here in 2013. I mean, shocked. It's unbelievable how much there is to do here. Now, I will be honest with you, mainly the reason why we have so much to do here is because our neighbor is Washington, D.C. In the D.C. area alone, we have the Kennedy Center, which is great for art. Then we have every sports that you can imagine in this area as well. So DC is a great hub of activities, and since it's only 30 minutes away, if you're in certain parts of Fairfax County, that's nothing to get to, right? One other thing I want to mention about the things to do in the DC area, the free museums, the Smithsonian Museum, that collection of museums, it is wonderful. When you go to a Smithsonian museum, you feel like you should be paying, but there is nowhere to pay because it's just free. It's just open. And I hope if you do move to this area that you go to the museum, okay? Now moving back to the Northern Virginia side of things, there's Wolf Trap National Park, which is for performing arts and is a great place to catch live music and entertainment. Everyone from Jill Scott to Lenny Kravitz to Mark Anthony, Yo-Yo Ma, and Harry Connick Jr. have played at that venue. And if that's not your speed, they've also put on over 130 opera productions. You know what? I've yet to go to an opera since I've been here. I have to go. I'm going to put it on my list of things to do. Fairfax County also has one Smithsonian museum called the National Air and Space Museum. It's located in Centerville on the western side of Fairfax County. One quick note about this museum. While it is free to get in, they charge you for parking and there's nowhere else to park. So technically, it's not really free. It's just something to keep in mind when you visit that museum. The NRA National Firearm Museum is also in Fairfax County. The 7th reason to live in Fairfax County has to do with recreation. Fairfax County alone is home to 10 regional parks inside of its borders. There are also national parks in Fairfax County. My favorite national park is Great Falls. Yes, that's right. We have waterfalls right here in the middle of Fairfax County. Check out my walking tour of Great Falls National Park right here. There'll also be a link in the description. In my personal opinion, we have one of the best park systems in the country, with miles and miles of hiking trails. And many parks include sports courts to play tennis, volleyball, soccer, and disc golf. Probably to no one's surprise, we also have public golf courses with driving ranges. There's really something for everyone that enjoys the outdoors in this area. So we made it to the final reason to live in Fairfax County, and you know we had to end with real estate. The reason why we picked real estate as one of the reasons to live in Fairfax County is because you have a wide variety of housing options to choose from. Most of Fairfax County consists of townhomes, but there is a healthy mix of single-family homes. Not that many condos because, to be honest with you, Fairfax County is more of a bedroom community that services the larger employers in the area, so it's not really like a city feel, which is where you would find most condos. In addition to finding a large variety of home styles, there are also several different types of architecture to choose from. We have colonial, split levels, ranches, contemporary, and more. Now, one of the things that you've probably already heard about is the price of homes are higher in the Fairfax County area, and that is true. The median sales price in 2020 was just under $600,000 at $580,000. Yes, that's right. You know, starter homes here are $500,000. If you can get past that sticker shock, because most likely when you move to the area, you will be getting a pay increase, then buying a home here is relatively on par with most high cost of living areas. Sure, the price of homes here are higher, but we have great public schools, which means that you're not going to put your kids in private schools, which I think makes Fairfax County a little bit cheaper than some other high cost of living areas in the country. When balancing where to live in the Northern Virginia area and you're choosing between Fairfax County, Arlington, DC, Maryland. Really, you're balancing the price of the homes, if you have kids, what type of school system is available, and if you don't have kids, then what type of lifestyle you can look to have. Now, this isn't saying much, but even though we have high home sales prices, our price per square foot is lower than Washington, D.C. So there you have it. Those are the 8 reasons to live in Fairfax County, at least the reasons I love living here. What do you think? Is there something you really like about the area that I forgot to mention? If you want more information about moving to Northern Virginia, make sure you reach out to me. Click the link in the description for your perfect home questionnaire. After you complete the short survey, we'll meet virtually and you can ask me anything you want about Northern Virginia. I look forward to answering your questions in the future. Check out my other videos about relocating to Northern Virginia, linked in the description below, and also you can look at the playlist right here. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.